What's your name?
Edward?
Do you work for Facebook?
No, but I get this a lot.
If you had neurofibromatosis, a condition in which your nervous system grows benign tumours that will heavily impact your physical appearance, would you jump on a chance to be cured? Or would you be happy with what you are given? How will the lead in A Different Man decide? Hi there, it's Micha. Join me for this review if you like to find out. Edward is a man living with neurofibromatosis, which causes people to be a little bit thrown off when they first meet him, which is why he mostly locks himself away. One of those people is his new neighbor Ingrid, a playwright who tries to make up for her initial reaction, quickly befriends him, and even seems to be interested in him romantically. As Edward didn't believe that could happen to him, he is quickly on board when he is offered the chance to partake in a clinical trial for a new drug that may remedy his condition.
This drug seems to have the potential to actually heal you. The implications are life-changing.
And lo and behold, the treatment works and he soon looks the way society would call normal, even striking. He then decides to tell the world that Edward died and takes on a new name. Quite a while later he crosses paths with Ingrid again, who has since written a play about Edward's life and is putting up a local theatre production. As this play is about him, though no one knows that, he reads for the lead role and actually lands the part, which he plays with a mask that was previously cast from his actual face. However, soon after, Oswald enters the stage, quite literally. A man with neurofibromatosis who is soon asked by Ingrid to replace Edward in the play, which creates tension that may unload in dangerous ways. I really wanted to like this movie and it actually has a lot to offer. Sebastian Stan does a great job in the lead as Edward, first with heavy makeup and later in his usual appearance. The rest of the cast is strong as well, including a funny smaller part for Michael Shannon. Who really commands the screen though is Adam Pearson, who plays Oswald, and he does a fantastic job. Pearson is an actor who really has neurofibromatosis and whom you might remember from a small part he played in the Scarlett Johansson movie Under the Skin. Here he has a larger role and gets the most out of it.
Edward! Who don't remember me? Oswald!
Hi.
For those reasons I really wanted to like the movie, but the plot around Edward was really not plausible at all and kept me from ultimately enjoying the movie. Here is why. First off, he was presented in a kind way in the first few acts of a movie, before he changed his appearance, and Stan did a phenomenal job in those scenes portraying him. However, it made no sense for Edward to fake his death and take on a new name. I mean, I get that he wanted a new start, but he clearly was interested in Ingrid, who already liked him as he was before, so why throw that away? Also, it doesn't matter how you feel about neurofibromatosis, him not sharing the fact that the treatment worked with his doctors for sure impacted the study. So he took away the future choice others in his shoes would have regarding this treatment. It instantly took away any sympathy we previously had for him. Again, I get that the movie wanted to make the point that you can be happy without changing the way you look. Something that is brought home by Edward seeing how his life could have played out as he witnessed how Oswald handles his. Oswald lives a normal life and doesn't hide from the world. He has a great social network and proper romantic relationships, just by not perceiving his condition as a sickness. However, at the same time the movie conveys the weird message that by changing the way you look, by adopting the appearance society deems to be normal, you also change your character and apparently are doomed to become an asshole. What kind of message is that? And it doesn't even stop there, because Edward's character really develops in a totally unbelievable way and he does many crazy things that seemingly come out of nowhere, especially at the end of a film, right before a time jump that also felt totally unnecessary. In a nutshell, the movie is well made and features great acting. It clearly is also well intended, but totally loses its way about how it wants to bring that message across, with the second half of the movie actually leaning into the movie's title, because Edward behaves as if he was a different man, with a completely changed personality and all. However, this is not how reality works, and it totally undermines the efforts the first half of the movie created. And with that being said, let's get to the rating. As I said, I wanted to like this movie, but once more was kept from it by the movie losing its way. In that regard, it is pretty similar to another movie I previously reviewed, The Substance, which coincidentally has a similar premise. Someone using an experimental drug to change their appearance, becoming the best version of themselves, just to discover that this doesn't really better their life. Achieving quite the opposite. Would the whole movie have had the quality it had up to the point his appearance changed, it would have clearly gotten at least 7 or 8 out of 10 points. It wasn't bad afterwards, but it already felt off. There I would have gone with maybe 6 out of 10 points. Then at the end, some actions felt totally wrong and implausible, completely derailing the plot, so that overall I have to go with 5 out of 10 points. And honestly, if it wasn't for the strong acting, I would have even rated it lower, with maybe 3 or 4 points. Just thinking about the end now, where after the time jump even their aged appearances looked unconvincing, it almost made me revise this score. But well, let's stick with what I said. What about you? Do you think everyone should be happy with how they look, even if that is because of a genetical condition? Do you also think everyone should have the choice of what they do in that situation? Do you believe changing your appearance can also completely change your character? Whatever you like to share, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share or subscribe. So much for now, see you next time and thanks for watching. Edward is a man living with neurofibromatosis. A man with neurofibromatosis. Also, it doesn't matter how you feel about neurofibromatosis, him not sharing the fact that